This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast. I am your host and DM, Johnny, and this is Tales from Trollskull, episode 10, the last episode of this chapter. So just to let you know, we are finishing up this chapter for Tales from Trollskull. We're going to take a small little break, and we're going to jump right into season 7 of the Diecast podcast, the Trollskull trio, the Shadow Menace, as we get back to the adventures with Amalika, Waywocket, and a new challenger has joined the party. So I'm really excited for everyone to get into that story. We're recording those episodes right now, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So before we get started, this is episode 10. It got borked by OBS. We were able to recover a lot of it, but we lost the fight towards the very end. So we have kind of a hangout RP session at Port Nianzaru afterwards, where the adventurers talk about their previous adventure and just kind of add a nice little bow tie, a nice little roundup to the whole chapter that has been happening with the Tales from Trollskull and this kind of like storyline that's just kind of stretching itself out over the course of these one-shot adventures or these mini escapades in the various groups. So we kind of do a fade off when combat starts, but we just kind of wrap it all up towards the end. And with that, just stick around. I'll have a small little blurb to talk about at the end and say thank you to Roll20 and Sirenscape, who did a lot of good things for us for Tales from Trollskull. We tried out Sirenscape for the first time. We loved it. And Roll20 has just gone above and beyond what a normal virtual tabletop role-playing space should do. So stay tuned for that. Before we jump into the episode, as always, you can find us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. If this is your first time or you're just a continuous listener, give us a follow, give us a chat, let us know how you're doing. You can find us on any app that plays a podcast, and of course on our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com, and our own Discord, where we do Critical Role recaps for each of the episodes and just talk about D&D and share a whole bunch of stuff as we go. And on YouTube, we can catch a whole bunch of our old episodes. So with that, I will see you at the end of the episode to wrap everything up. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in a short time. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast, Tales from Trollskull, our third group in the series of adventures as we are on the Stargazer. On our last episode, we had an adventure with coral elementals where Wano and Madrigal, through secondhand translation, communicated with these protectors of the sea, and Wano went through a test of righteousness to acquire something known as the Eye of Dormu. And he did such a great job in showing his righteousness and showing his pure of heart that they entrusted the protection of this item with him. The group then went scavenging around the island, a small little archipelago. They discovered an island with a small little graveyard of pirates and smugglers who have long since passed away. Disturbed, as adventurers do, disturbed the sand, woke up some skeletons as they came rising from beneath, and you successfully fought off the small undead waves. And then you made your way back to the Stargazer to finish off the rest of your escort duty. And as you bunked down for the night in your separate bunks, Pichu and Wano, or actually Wano, had a vision from one of the heralds of Dormu, and just said, hey, we're around. We'll say hi soon. Just chill, be cool. And then Wano woke up with golden glowing eyes. And I believe that woke up Pichu, and that's where we're going to jump right back into it, as you feel like The temperature is a little bit colder because you're up at high altitude. It is still in the nighttime, so the stars are still just leaving those little trails and grazing by, and you've got that background hum and vibration in your cabin, in your spider silk hammocks. As Wano, it's almost Ghostbusters 2-esque, where you've got these these two independent spotlights that are just like lighting up like a figure eight figure, like an eight, or like two bulbous, like there's no spillage or leak over of light. It's just a very focused gaze of your vision.
Wano starts opening one eye and closing one eye, opening one eye, closing one eye.
Yeah.
Hey, this is cool. Hey, Pichu, can you see this?
Turn off the light. Oh gosh!
Hey, look at this.
I don't believe your eyes were like that when we went to bed, Wano.
I think it's because I'm so pure, my eyes are now lights. Pure light.
An interesting hypothesis. I might have to do some more study before we come to that conclusion. I know you got that weird artifact that maybe turned you into a little power-hungry cleric of potentially light, but I wasn't expecting it to come out of your eyes.
Hey. Can you see the light?
Yes, that's in fact all I can see. Stop that. It's right in there.
I'm not worried, so you shouldn't be worried.
That gives me very cold comfort.
Actually, Wano, as you begin to look around the room, you can see these faint apparitions, like these ghostly figures that kind of just like phase through the wall. And it's almost like if it was they were on a set path, like they're like just every now and then they'll just phase through the wall or phase through the floor or phase through the ceiling. It seems like they're on a very set rhythm or path to wherever they're going.
Wow, it looks like we picked up some ghosts.
I mean, there were the ghosts in the engine room, but
now they're in here with us. That's weird. We should tell the captain.
Maybe we shouldn't on the eve of our great delivery. Maybe that's an after we're done the job kind of thing, so they don't throw us from the sky.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And Pichu, you see nothing. You just see like this, like the ambient light from outside of the stars and the moon, and then just the bright, brilliant light that's coming off of Wano's eyes.
Wano ties a shirt around his face so that there's no more light coming out.
It's got that very much Illidan Demon Hunter kind of look to it, where you wrap the bandages or you wrap the wrapping, and you can see like clearly two eyeball spots where Wano's eyes are there, just kind of like bleeding through.
My mind went to like a cheap Cyclops, like it's just clearly like where.
If I had taken a different infusion, I could have made you sunglasses, but sadly I did not.
Also, editor's note: cheap Cyclops is redundant. Cyclops is already understood as cheap.
Ooh.
Fighting words. Not for me, because I don't care. But
I will not have
people that care about Cyclopses.
It's actually just me and no one else, and I will not have the name of Scott Summers besmirched in my presence.
I apologize.
I don't. Wait, I didn't say anything bad. Did I say? I mean, I guess cheap. Never mind. Whatever.
No, that was me pure taking a dig at an unnecessary but sometimes warranted dig at Cyclops. He's not a good leader.
Is it unnecessary?
He's not a good leader. Anyways, back to glowing eyes and ghosts.
I mean, I could go all day.
Doing that one podcast, John. This is the wrong podcast.
So yeah,
it's like, I don't know how we'll be able to hide that, but I guess that's a problem for the morning.
You are my new eyes, Pichu.
I'm not ready for that responsibility, but thank you.
And
Curtis can help.
You can turn that on and off as you wish.
I can't. Do I know that?
Yeah, you would know that. Yeah.
Oh, my eyes. I can turn off the lights.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I just hit my head. Oh, there they go.
You see the lights go out, and the apparitions of the ghostly images all disappear as well.
That's very convenient.
What is? I mean, besides the light obviously going
Nothing.
away. Yeah, that's
Pichu.
that's going to be.
You don't believe me, so I'm not going to keep telling you things.
I believe you. It's just that I'm quite worried about what these conclusions lead to.
Oh, well, I don't want to worry you. Go back to sleep.
That will be quite impossible now.
Do you guys want to do anything else during the night, or do you want to speed of plot to the next morning?
Now that Pichu is awake, he begins tinkering with his armor so that it has some different functionality in the morning.
Wano just goes to sleep sounding like a baby, like nothing happened, like this is just a normal day.
Nice. All right. So in the morning, everyone wakes up. You're very close to the galley, and breakfast is being cooked up and served. It is, again, it sounds like there's like a scrum or a fight going on inside the kitchen. Pots and cuss words are like being thrown against the wall, but you definitely smell something that is akin to bacon. You hear that frying sensation. There's definitely some baked goods and pastries going on, and there's just a wonderful food-like smell, a galley smell, almost like you're coming up to a buffet of food, of everything ready to go. What do you wish to do in the morning?
Wano comes in with big bright eyes saying, "Oh, I'm really hungry," and just gets some food and acts like this eye thing is just normal.
GM question, because things have changed now, when you say bright eyes, are the eyes turned on or like just
they're on?
Like optimism bright eyes?
No. The eyes are glowing. Trying to Wano wants to show off, like he doesn't know this is bad, but he thinks it's really cool.
So when everyone meets Wano in the hallway, it's like he's got two flashlights coming out of his eye holes essentially, and it's a very narrow kind of area. So anyone who gets with it's very similar. It's like someone just kind of like waving a flashlight around without any concern for anyone around them. We're just like, come on, I see stars now. I see stars.
So, what did you guys get up to last night? Because I feel like there's something different about you, and I'm not really sure what occurred, because we slept great in our room. What were you guys doing?
Sleeping.
Wano is not being completely forthright with you.
I just, in the middle of the night, I just got some glowing eyes. I think it's because of how pure I am. I don't want anyone to get jealous. You all are pretty pure too. I just don't have the test results to prove it. Or the eyes.
Una's like... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, Maraxis just kind of like tries to cover the light like with her hand. Like she's just like, oh gosh. Because it's just like,
all right, I'll
so
turn it
bright.
off if it's going to make everyone jealous. So he just turns off, he hits his head.
Blip the light
Thank
fades
you, good
down.
sir.
Lights off.
Una's like rubbing her chin. Like because Una has seen this, right? Like, this is happening more and more in her circles. So, she's just making mental notes, though, you know.
What are you thinking? You don't look surprised. You've seen this before.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it before, but we haven't figured out what's going on with it yet. So I know a few people I can connect you with if you want to start like a support group, but
maybe this is you. You inspire this. Maybe everyone around you is in danger, and this is your fault. This is all Una's fault.
You just said it was a gift.
Una, who goes to food? This is hungry.
Who else on your adventures was stricken with this affliction/gift?
That's an excellent question.
And were they also deemed to be pure of heart in some way?
Definitely not. She was trying to stab a lot of like things.
She tried to kill a tiger.
She tried to kill a tiger that was like just trying to live its best life.
Yeah.
And she was like a big advocate for murdering it, like real murdering it. Like, so Yojin,
that's right. And it was an invisible tiger you were trying to hunt down.
Yeah. It was only temporarily invisible.
What have you been up to, Una?
Pardon?
What have you been up to?
We murdered some rats. We hunted an invisible tiger. Gosh, there's been a lot of things happening in the last few days. We ran into some, freaky bees, some, horrific druids. They were, real bad druids. And, we also met this guy named... Hold, please. Calico. I knew it had something to do with cats. I was like, why do I want to... this guy Calico, he was at Harker's Falls where the evil druids were, and we brought him back with us, and he had the glowy eyes too. So,
you remember when you left Harker's Falls? Everybody had glowy eyes.
Oh, yeah. Everybody at Harker's Falls has glowy eyes.
So is it possible that you've caught some sort of, could you be passing this along to us? Should we all back away from you and...
No. I think it's probably more likely that, I don't know. It's a gift to Watto.
So taking the bits of information that Una just provided, Pichu has rolled an Arcana intelligence check of 28.
Natural 20, nice.
Oh, and that 20 plus 5 is my modifier, and I also rolled guidance on it, so it's 28.
All right, so, ironically enough, get your notebook ready, Miles.
Damn it. All right,
so, Pichu, it's... From what you can tell and what you've been able to see and piece together, this all sounds connected to you magically. Whatever it is, you're not sure if it's a curse or... Actually, sorry, because you did hear about Dormu, the Demon Prince of Plague. You do think that this is some type of... You're not sure the mechanics of how it works or how it spreads, but this does seem to you to be some type of mystical disease that seems to be spreading around. That if a whole town has it, and that Yojin has it, and now Wano has it after coming into contact with mention of Dormu and a golden crystal eye artifact of Dormu. Actually, Una, you would remember as well that Mari, when you went through the Knoll Den, the episode's coming out on Tuesday, actually, uncovered a golden eye as well that was warm to the touch.
Oh, this sounds vaguely familiar now. I'm mostly just remembering Fred, who played Wilberforce. I was looking back at my notes, and that Golden Globe wasn't anything to do with that, right?
That Golden Globe?
Glowing.
They looked exactly the same.
The one he has in his hair that's covering his loincloth?
Yeah, the one that he found? Yes, it looks...
It's so weird hearing about other people's D&D adventures.
So you know a man with a golden globe in his hair who wears only a loincloth?
Yes, he's naked otherwise.
Yeah, and your friend Mari has a golden globe as well in a wooden box.
What did she win it for? Sorry,
No. Do I think that Dormu is manifesting this mystical disease on the material realm, probably, or do I not make that connection necessarily?
No, you can make that connection just based on that you've heard that people Una's run into and the town, apparently the whole town has glowing eyes, that if it wasn't the fact that you discovered that Dormu was the Demon Prince of Plague, you wouldn't know how to connect them all, but it seems like now that Una's talking more about very similar looking artifacts, that there seems to be a running theme here that these golden crystal eyes are causing people to have golden glowy eyes.
But to what end would Dormu be spreading this plague? Perhaps he wishes to manifest himself upon the material realm. Ooh, look, the bacon's ready.
Yeah, I am real hungry. Let's eat and then reconvene on this, because like I can't deal with this on an empty stomach. I can't. And
maybe before we go in there, we should sort of disguise this situation. If it's a plague and anyone in there knows about it, we don't want to ruin this job here. Let's try and get this job done and then maybe deal with that. Right?
We got some sunglasses.
Yeah. Or a couple eye patches, maybe.
A couple of them.
Yeah, we're
it
gonna
is
need
a pirate ship.
Yeah.
Well,
It seems like a logical leap.
When he's turned it off, the eyes are you can't tell that he's got. He just looks normal when he's turned it off.
Okay, that's good to know.
We don't know. We weren't in the room, so we don't know he can turn it off, right?
He just turned it off in front of you.
He just turned it off for us. Yeah, he just turned it off in front of us because I complained and he turned them off. So.
Oh right, sorry.
So maybe we should just let Juano keep them off. We don't want to get ourselves in trouble here. Keep them off.
Can he selectively choose them off and on? Every time he blinks, it's the.
No, it's a stereo situation. When you turn them on, you get left and right at the same time.
Gotcha.
All right, so
All right, well then let's get some breakfast.
Yeah,
let's get some breakfast.
I want some of this bacon. Let's do it.
Yeah, the full cast or the full crew of the Stargazer is having breakfast again. The bacon smells great, but it's not the bacon you're accustomed to. It seems like this bacon, it looks like a regular strip of pig bacon, except the bacon is about 2 or 3 inches thick.
Oh.
Okay. You know what? I've learned my lesson. I'm not asking. We're not asking. I don't want to be around anyone who does any asking. And Yuna just takes food and then goes and sits down.
Yeah, and that bacon is super crisp. It makes an audible, almost like you're snapping a pencil or snapping a stick. Just tsh, as these little crumbs of this thick bacon drop down.
Huh. Okay. Well, good.
The rest of the crew is eating. You see, as I get my list of names because I have forgotten.
Moonswift?
No, Ileana, the engineer. She looks over and is like, "So, how did everyone sleep last night? A couple of us got a little adventurous with the drinking, but you all seem to be doing none of the worse for wear. Appetites look healthy."
Nothing weird at all happened last night. Nothing even remotely weird happened last night.
Nothing.
Everything was just so boring. So boring. We wouldn't even want to bore you with it.
Also concur. Nothing weird happened.
Nothing.
Meraxis shoves some bacon in her mouth. Just yeah, nothing weird.
You see Ileana say, enjoying the kraken, I see.
Oh.
Please tell me more.
Well, we don't know where we don't want to reveal our sources, but it's literally kraken bacon.
We don't want to reveal our sources, but this will tell you. Cool.
Well, we don't want to tell you where we get it from. You hear Krazik from the kitchen it's kraken bacon. We call it kraken. And it is chef's kiss, literally delicious. It is salty. It is filling. You could probably treat it like beef jerky and just chew on it all day, and it'll fill you right up.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I wish people would stop telling me what things are. I really do, but can't complain.
Lighten up. If it tastes good, eat it.
You hear from the kitchen you don't want to know what the hash browns are. Then they're not potatoes.
Magical spits out the hash browns she was eating back onto her plate.
They have you realize that they look like golden hash browns when you put them in your mouth, and when you spit them out, they've got kind of a glittery purple and reddish type of glow to them.
Maybe I just should have kept them in my mouth. I don't know if I wanted to see that.
John's hellbent on explaining what all of these foods are.
I gotta roll Arcana on the spit out food.
Some people world build. I menu build. Like, I always build up an area of the world by building up what the food culture is first and then going from there. So, and when you're a pirate, you can get things from anywhere. You just eat well. Pichu, you got a 17 on Arcana. You definitely know these as Underdark mushrooms.
Mushrooms, it doesn't sound so bad.
No, and as you just said, tastes good. Eat it.
Madrigal like scoops up the spit out mushrooms and just like puts them back in her mouth.
Miraxis like pats you in the back, like, yeah, eat it.
There's not a bad taste in morsel of food in this buffet so far. It all tastes amazing and filling. And has that wake you up type of feeling.
We'll meet our strength today because we finally get to move that cargo today, right?
Like, oh yeah. If you need an extra hit of energy, we got some Yeti Caffey in the pot ready to go. But just know that there's like a super high and then the crash is massive. Like you're down for a day afterwards.
Oh, well, I think I'm gonna hold off on that then.
Yeah, I might hold off too.
Yeah.
I'll have it. Don't want to be rude. When you're pure of heart like me, you can handle some things and not crash as badly as others.
You head over to the communal coffee pot, and it's almost like chocolate soft serve ice cream as it comes out, and then as soon as it hits the air, it kind of just liquefies and hits the bottom of your metal cup. It has got, actually, for you specifically, everyone else, like the smell fills the air. It smells like rich, deep, potent coffee. To you, Wano, yeah, there's a bit of a caffeine smell to it. It's got like a chocolatey, hazelnutty kind of smell to it. And when you put it up to your lips, it doesn't taste hot at all, even though like you can see like the vapor and steam coming off. But it's got, again, that chocolate hazelnutty flavor to it, but it's definitely got like that ashy taste to it as well.
Wow, it tastes like ash.
You hear crowds like, whoa, 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 whoa. I did not put any ash in that Yeti Caffey.
I've had ash, and this tastes like ash.
Well, there's no ash in there. I assure you, my friend. If you want ash in your food,
it smells like ash.
You order ash, and I will load you up with ash. But there is no ash in that, sir. I am offended. I am a master chef.
Sorry, man, but this tastes like ash.
You're making me upset now.
I don't want to. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Before this turns to blows, I think you might have.
I'm gonna actually. Yeah. Let's just have a quick aside here, and like Una like brings a team in for like a quick second to be like little like huddle. So she gets everybody into a little huddle, and basically it's just like, this is a thing that happens with the glowy eyes. Everything tastes like ash. This is a thing. Sorry, but everything's gonna taste like ash from now on.
What happened to them net? Like, what? I feel like we need some more information on this. Like, what else should we look? Did they turn dangerous? Like,
yeah, what should we be watching for?
Yojin was already real stabby to begin with, so you have to really redefine or, consider your personal definition of dangerous, because, like, real murdery stabby to begin with, yeah.
So, has anyone exploded after having this experience?
No explosions that I know of.
Does someone need to babysit Juano here?
You also do know that Calico, when he was drinking Mari's vintage family wine, couldn't taste it at all.
Yeah, that taste bud thing. Glad it's not me. This bacon tastes very good.
Well, as far as we know, his condition is not yet contagious, but perhaps there will be other symptoms as the illness spreads.
No, yeah, I mean, so, again, we went to this place called Harker's Falls. We went through an enchanted forest. It's real hard to get to. It's real hard to leave. And everyone there had the glowing eyes. It's kind of hard to believe I forgot about that because it was terrifying. It was legitimately terrifying. I guess I must have blocked it out. Who needs therapy when you can compartmentalize everything?
That's what the rage is for.
Exactly. Yeah. But we just took this one guy because he seemed real nice, but it turned out he was also, you know, like she does like blinky eyes with her hands. So, you know, no one's really, you know, turned. Ugh. But we did leave a few people like that in Waterdeep while we were gone, specifically right now.
Okay, Meraxis turns to Juano and is like, "How are you feeling, man? Like, are you okay?"
Hey, I feel great. I just hate that everything tastes like ash.
What if it's like a zombie situation? Like,
well, your soul
bite someone. And
if I'm a zombie, you keep me alive until you find the serum to bring me back.
I just meant, like, what happens if you bite someone and then that's how it gets.
Oh, well, let's find out.
I don't want that.
All right, then.
Wano, you physically feel fine, but there's something just like deep down in your soul. It's like kind of like the start of the flu. Like your soul just kind of feels like under the weather right now. So you don't feel the best, but physically you feel fine. It's just something spiritually where you just don't feel the greatest.
Oh, soul sick.
I'm soul sick, everyone. I feel soul sick.
2020 may have had an influence on my storytelling.
Did you say that in character or just as a player?
No, in character.
Okay.
Soul sick. Okay.
I'm not seasick because I got my sea legs, but I'm soul sick, y'all.
The soul sickness might explain your sudden thirst for power.
I don't know. I've always had this. You just weren't paying attention.
I thought you were pure of heart, though.
I am.
In direct contradiction to that.
Listen.
You can't be both, Wano.
Yes. Well, you're looking at him.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, there's no arguing with that. We gotta buckle down, finish this job, and then Magical kind of points to the others if we need to ditch this guy, then you know.
You look over at the rest of the crew, and they are all just kind of stopped eating, drinks kind of in half sip mode, as they're all just staring at your huddle that has happened in the corner.
This is the first huddle that's happened in the mess. Get back to work, everyone.
Yeah, haven't you ever seen a team get psyched up before a job before? This is what we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone put your hands in. Let's
everyone inside. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Let's do this.
Everyone in the chef in the kitchen. Come on.
On 3, woo Trollskull.
Whoa, is it on 3 or, you know,
woo Trollskull.
Moment is over.
They have not moved.
Nailed it, guys. We nailed it.
Raxa just turns to the group and they're like, "Nothing to see. Everyone get back to eating. We're good. We're just getting ready."
You see Captain Moonswift say, "All right. So we're gonna do a quick drop off, a flyby, a low altitude drop, if you will. So we're gonna need people to push crates out the doors."
Yeah.
So
yes, I've modified my equipment to be good for pushing.
Excellent.
I'll come help with that.
You're going to need it. I'd recommend, if you're not comfortable on an airship, to harness yourself to the side in case a turn tosses you outside the window or not, or tosses you outside the door or not. Other than that, we usually see some type of interference. Usually it's from dinosaurs, pterodactyls, some terrifying bird people. There's a tribe of goblins called the Yatiri goblins that are they're a catapult-based goblin. They are excellent at trigonometry and calculating launch physics, so we may come across them. So just be ready for anything. Also, there's a dragon, but we don't see him very much anymore.
We had discussed
that you
2 would
jinxed
push
it.
and 3 would fight, right? Like 3 have to be on top to fight, and 2 down below to push the cargo. Correct? Like I kind of remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too.
If we so Madrigal turns to the captain and is like, if we buckle ourselves in, do we still have enough range of movement to push the cargo out?
You should, yes, you should, but you'll be kind of limited to like your area of like just the cargo in the door area.
Okay.
Well, it'll be 3 and 3 with Curtis here as my little drone flies up behind me.
You see people
MVP.
kind of react
Yeah,
like, "Whoa,
Curtis
what
seems
is?"
to be the best warrior that we have these days.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, true facts. Curtis has been kicking some butt lately. You see the captain say, "Well, you've got about 4 or 5 hours before we hit the coast, and we're gonna start patrolling the beaches looking for flares. And as soon as we see the flares, we'll go into drop-off mode. Open the doors, push boxes out, and everyone gets paid if everyone lives at the end."
Oh.
But those who survive also get paid, correct?
Yes.
Excellent.
Do we get to keep their share if other people don't make it?
You know what?
Just that.
I've been having such a good time with everyone. Sure.
Quite generous, thank you.
By the way, we're paying for 5. Curtis doesn't count.
Oh, obviously, he's an extension of my own will.
So yeah, you have about 4 or 5 hours on the boat to do what you wish if you want. We can speed right to the drop-off point, or you can take some time to explore, talk, do whatever strikes your fancy.
Should we decide who is going to do cargo? Because it sounds like some people want to do cargo, so some of us need to probably go up and defend, right?
I think it said last time, like, the stronger people do the pushing, right?
Yeah.
So,
How do we determine that? Is it just the strength that's on our?
Yeah, your strength attribute.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't have it, so I'll be up defending then.
My strength is poor, but my suit of glowing armor now is a suit of magical strength. Gives me various charges to spend to both do athletics checks with adding a bonus, my intelligence modifier bonus, as well as spending charges to not be knocked prone.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
My strength is that little number in like the round. Like that's my strength, right? Like that little number.
Yeah. You're plus
Yep,
2. Yeah.
That's it.
So mine's pretty good, I think.
That's 14's very good.
So I volunteered to push. I don't mind not fighting dragons or anyone who's good at math.
I'm a 2 on strength.
I've got a 17, so
You're
I'll
plus 6. Yeah.
Well, I have a 14, but my saving throw is 2.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what did I? Yeah. All right, so Madrigal and I will push. And wait, did you say Pichu too? Yes, I'm going to guess that's a yes.
I'm happy
I
to
thought
push.
Curtis is our best fighter.
Yeah, we need someone else on top though. It can't just be me and
I'm
Juano.
on top.
Yeah.
Oh,
Has to
It should be
be
three.
up
It should be
top.
3 defending and then 2 in cargo though.
I should defend because I feel, I don't know.
You're a
I mean, I'll
fighter.
do cargo. Screw it. No.
You are the
Wait,
hero.
no.
I
We
can't be the
need
only one defending.
fighters.
We need fighters.
okay.
Juano and I are defending. We need one more person.
Oh, so.
We don't need that many people pushing cargo.
I can
Curtis and I
fight.
can be.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah,
team
whichever.
player. Whatever you need.
Thanks, Madrigal.
All right. So
Okay, so we got to figure it out.
so who's going to be in cargo? Who's going to be on deck? That's the question.
Una and Pichu will be in cargo, I guess, and then Madrigal, Wano, and Meraxis will be fighting.
Okay. Let me.
We got this.
It's my chance to redeem myself for all the poor fighting. I've done.
Madrigal. Nah,
Oh.
you helped. You were awesome.
I'm sure we'll have to fight down here.
I have a feeling there will be fighting on all around.
Yeah. There's gonna be a
I'll
lot
get
of
like a nice
fighting.
participation
Everyone
level
will
for
get
those
to
other
fight.
Okay. 1 second. Just setting everyone. So it's Wano, Meraxis, and Una on the top. Sorry. Who's on the top deck?
Madrigal.
Madrigal. Okay. Let me get you there. Madrigal.
Are you doing dual maps on Roll20?
We are doing dual maps on Roll20.
Oh, very fancy.
And then the cargo deck. Oh, that's where everyone is already. Perfect. So I'll get rid of Magical, get rid of Meraxis, and we got Wano, Una, and Pichu and Curtis on the cargo deck, which is the one you're looking at right now.
Yeah, I'm on the cargo, so I'm good. But I think Wano's supposed to be on the top deck.
On the top deck, get rid of the delete.
And there's like I got one mimic in the turn order, but I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I can clear that out. Blip. Clear. Remove all turns. So, you notice the Stargazer, the altitude begins to decline. The temperature begins to warm up significantly as you are descending from cooler air down into warmer air, and it actually feels humid and feels more. You almost get like a bit of a knockback as you hit that layer of dense air, as you can see a beautiful crystal blue ocean below you. Almost you can see every now and then just white wave breaks, these white little crests of water just kind of rushing over, and you can smell that fresh salt water, and you can actually see the darkness of the blue goes from a purpley blue up to an aquamarine to a bright blue as the beach and the sandbars get shallower and shallower, and you see the coastline of Chult off in the distance. Towards the center of the continent, you can see kind of these jaggy mountains that kind of reach into the sky. And then you just see trees everywhere. It's like someone took a shag carpeting of jungle and just threw it over a continent. And as you get closer and closer to the beach, you can see a definite break that there's about a 10 to 15 foot cliff, but these beautiful long sandy beaches where the waves just come rolling in. And you actually can see a coral reef that kind of breaks the waves, so it actually is almost like that tranquil lagoon-esque type of feeling to it, and it feels significantly warmer. You start to take off your high altitude gear. Wano, you don't really feel that at all. You still feel that same kind of dullness to the temperature as everyone else. You start as you're in the sunlight, you start getting those just in the sunshine type of sweats and warmness. As you feel the temperature heats up quite a bit, and you can hear that rushing of air as you can see Captain Moonswift actually increases the speed on the Stargazer, and you can feel that nice little subtle vibration in the background begins to turn more into a shudder as you actually hear the smaller things that haven't been attached too well to the Stargazer begin to shake around as things just have a definite vibration and feel to it. And again, Wano, you can see things vibrating and shaking around you. You actually can't feel that sensation in your toes or your hands or on your feet and whatnot.
Wano thinks to himself, the team must not think I'm pure of heart. But it's them who is not pure of heart.
Excellent. You see Captain Moonswift say, all right, everyone keep your eyes out. For people down in the cargo bay, you see, you hear this invisible voice, which is the captain speaking, and she says, is everyone strapped in down there? Because the doors are going to open.
Strapped in.
Strapped in. Clicks his little strap.
I require no straps, Captain, but thank you for your concern.
All right. So on the starboard and port side of the Stargazer, you see the walls begin to slide to the left and right as you hear this massive roar of the wind going by. As you see both sides open up, almost like cargo doors on a freight train. They just slide open, and immediately you can see the speed as you get closer and closer down to the beach. Everyone up on top, you can see just kind of that shift in the floor on the side of the boat as the doors open up. It creates a massive roar, as almost like it's like a wind instrument as wind's being forced through this wind tunnel, as everyone who's in the cargo hold will be at disadvantage for perception hearing checks just because of the noise. It is quite loud. And you see Captain Moonswift point out to people on top of the bridge, like, all right, keep an eye out for flares. We're just looking for any signals of people. And then we got to drop off 6 parcels, and then we're done. So I will need everybody to give me a perception check, please.
Perception. I rolled a 21.
I see a 5 from Rexus. 21 for Una. Wano's a 4. Pichu's an 11.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Well, we didn't do very well at the top.
I mean, if you had advantage, it would be the same results.
Yeah. Wow, a 2 and a 1. Nice.
That's mean.
Not great.
Una, you are the only person who catches just... You look south. You think you're off course by maybe about 50 kilometers or so, but you do see this faint kind of helix swirling of a blue and orange smoke coming into the air. It's very deliberate. As everyone else is kind of like blown back by the wind, trying to like keep their eyes open. Una, your survival techniques and your survival background in nature has taught you to kind of like shelter your eyes in big wind so you can actually see properly. And everyone else is kind of blinded and disoriented by this big, massive rush of wind. But you look down and you're like, oh yeah, there's clearly a flare going off like further down the beach.
Okay, so Una tells everyone else this. Well, I guess it would just be Pichu that she's telling.
Yes. It's kind of like a loud, like you gotta like yell over the roar as well. Like,
Pichu, do you see the flare? There's a flare.
A mare? Like a horse?
Flare! And she's like gesturing like a flare in the air.
I swear. With Una pointing it out, you can definitely see that.
Oh yes, there's a glint over there. What do you think it is?
It's a flare! A flare! She's like yelling it at him, like just like.
Not aware of that technology.
I'm gonna throw you out a porthole window.
Well, there's a giant hole in between us right now.
Or that.
Actually, that square right there, the 2x3 square, that's actually like the central cargo. So you got to like pull your crates off. So each one of those squares is a crate that you got to pull off and push out the side.
Oh, we're going. Okay, gotcha. I thought it was like a bottom kind of thing, but no, out the side. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is there like a tube for communicating to the bridge or anything like that?
There is not, and the captain talked to you what you assume was a magical means. You did not see any speakers or any kind of voice boxes or anything like that.
Yeah, I did not take message. I should not have taken Booming Blade. Oh well. It's like, and Curtis can't talk because he is a robot. How
you gonna communicate to the people upstairs?
Do you have any ideas, Steph /
Get a broom, bang on the ceiling.
There is a mop down in the cargo room. You can grab the mop and.
Can I just? I mean, wouldn't my great axe be bigger?
Yeah, that also much bigger.
Just she pulls out her axe and she's just like banging on the ceiling, be like, "Hey, hey!"
Everyone on the main deck feels a banging of underneath them. It sounds like someone's like the volume's gone too loud or the music's too loud. Someone's banging on the ceiling below you.
You kids!
Get off my porch!
I'll say everyone from on the top deck, that'll give you a chance to do a perception check with advantage this time.
Ah.
Boom. Natural 20. Natural 20.
Yes!
And Madrigal, you made a check as well with the 15, but the 2 natural. Yeah, so as soon as you feel like the banging on the floor beneath you, you all kind of focus up and you look south. They're like, oh yeah, there's the flare. As you pointed out to Captain Moonswift, as you feel the boat list sharply to the starboard side, as the boat begins to turn and begins to make a run. As you see, everyone hears the voice on their deck again, as it's Captain Moonswift saying, "All right, we're gonna go through our first pass. Everyone, get ready. I'm gonna need everyone to select their icon. I'll switch them around. So get your character sheets ready. We're gonna roll initiative." As we recover from the combat aboard the Stargazer against the goblins, the Yatiri goblins, a catapult-based culture, we have ourselves around a nice table overlooking the sun setting over the ocean, over the waterline outside Port Nianzaru. After a frivolous day of dinosaur races, gambling, food, and celebration, we have Madrigal, Meraxis, Pichu, Una, and Wano, sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying the end of their adventure.
And then my eyes lit up, and then I was like, ah!
I'll take your word for it.
Do you remember that part?
I mean,
I could do with one of those special drinks right now. The special cloud drinks.
Oh, yes. It's like special drinks. Ugh.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna stick with my child's tears drinks. Those are my favorite.
Aren't those the same drinks?
They are the same drinks.
Are they the same drinks?
Yes.
Oh
They're the cotton candy champagne made out of children's tears.
no! Children's tears. Oh, then I'll have what Madrigal's having then. We can split a bottle.
Perfect.
Port Nianzaru is actually a big trade town, so you can pretty much get any of your fancy wines and your fancy meads, but the local brew is actually a nice honey mead.
Ooh, I love mead.
It's probably
I'll
a
have
little
one
more,
of those.
friendly to drink,
Yeah.
and not the tears of the local children. So I'll go for a mead.
Yeah.
you should have seen us in the hold. While Una was quite brave in fighting off many of the Patiri goblins, the real hero of the hour was, of course, Curtis. Come here, you little scamp. Yes, buzz close to me.
What a show off.
We would not have made it through without Curtis, that is for sure.
Yes, he dumped many barrels over the thing and killed his fair share of goblins. I mean, not as many as Una, but more than most constructs.
I will give him the barrels. He did a lot of good work with the barrels.
Yes, I say first star, Curtis, second star, Una, third star, me, and then everyone up on the top deck.
I don't know, guys. Madrigal, she literally cut off someone's head. She cut off the Goblin King's head. I think that deserves a pretty big pat on the
I'll
back.
raise my glass to that. And I raise up my glass and take a nice big swig of mead.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Meraxis puts up her glass too. She's like, yeah.
As a DM, as I'm checking my notes, it is confirmed that Curtis succeeded on more strength checks to push boxes and barrels over the side than Una did.
Yes.
But Una
Ted, he did the barrels.
We did remember that.
but Una has a higher kill count because I think that was the.
I'm the Legolas and or Gimli. I don't know. We're Legolas and Gimli, me and Curtis.
That's the dynamic I feel from you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely more of a Gimli, yeah.
Yeah, you're the Gimli in this situation. My silent drone is the cool one.
The cool one! Get out of here! Wow, I'm back to hating him again.
You see two little rods come out of Curtis and just kind of does like a shrug him out, like bleep bloop.
Leave me out of this, says Curtis. He's above all this petty boasting.
I mean, he's a drone after all, so he's just like...
Literally above it all.
Yeah, literally above it all.
I will not drink to him. He's fine.
Yes, a good adventure well done, and well rewarded for it. My pockets are quite heavy. I can't wait to spend all this gold.
And my pockets are quite heavy with culinary delights as well. I feel like there was such a good fare on this mission as well.
Definitely. I still have a sticky bun in my bag. Still feels fresh, too. It's weird.
I got Curtis coin. It's a cryptocurrency here. You all better start jumping on it.
Watch out when those things crash. They tend to explode.
Yes.
It does force damage. Nothing resists that.
And the
Wano, how's your eye of Dormu?
They're great. It just turns them on.
Wow.
In the air. Everyone can see them.
And again, it's got that very much like Ghostbusters 2 look, where it's just kind of like two flashlights, and all of a sudden you see people around the inn just kind of like going, "Hey, come on, as you just kind of like."
I am pure of heart.
I feel like very close to turning it into like a disco, be like boom, 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 but like just
left eye, right eye, left eye, right
Yeah.
eye, left eye, right eye.
My homie Curtis made this beat for me.
just like
Beep.
It always helps when your DJ is binary.
I think you might want to keep those eye beams to a minimum. You might attract some unwanted attention.
You're right. We don't want everyone to know I'm pure of heart. So I turn off my eyes.
How's your soul doing, though?
It's great. It's never been better, to be honest.
This sounds very convincing.
Those are the troll fingers going down.
If you say so.
Yeah, and for those
Mind your own business.
For those that have eaten troll fingers, yeah, they're still moving around down there.
Oh. I don't like it.
Quite alarming.
I don't like it at all.
It's the appetizer that keeps, or the starter that keeps on starting. The crew of the Stargazer is in the same tavern as you are. They're at like separate tables, kind of doing they're just kind of like giving you your space. But you do every now and then you do see Krazik just kind of like give you the nod, because you make kind of a bond with him.
Yeah. Always telling me about the things that I didn't want to know about.
Let's bring Krazik to our table. Hey, Krazik, like come over here. We want to cheers you.
He comes on over. He's got like a little metal cat or a little metal stein of some type of frothy ale. It's like, hey, it's my favorite security company. How's it all going? You guys enjoy the dinosaur races? You enjoy the drinking? The weather is great here. I mean, honestly, I could retire out here. This is just such a great place.
The meat is good. That's all I could really ask for. It's made of probably normal things, but
yeah, I thought it was a bit bland too.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Because they got a lot of undead in those jungles, so like like a little bit of bone dust or some like zombie goop, just like give it like a little bit of kick. Maybe like like some wraith essence. Ooh, that'd spook it up real good. Spooky booze.
Do I want to know how you found out these things were good in like food, or is that something I would just rather left unsaid?
Well, in goblin culture, you gotta eat what you can get your hands on, and you gotta make it taste good. So you just kind of adapt and you just work it in. And, some, and he kind of puffs out his chest, some are more naturally talented at the gastrointestinal cuisines. and some aren't. But yeah, no, I'm a good chef. I'll fly that flag all day long.
You know what?
I'll cheers to that.
Yeah.
I'll cheers to that.
Yeah,
You're
cheers.
Yeah. Everyone just like holding up their drinks.
We all hold up our drinks, and you hear the clink.
And I gotta say, you made an impression on everyone else. Well, the captain was just like, she didn't kill you, which is like immediate first good step. Like,
Gotta love that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was an option.
oh
yeah,
yeah,
I'm appreciative.
like I didn't want to kind of like ruin the surprise or like really, but we are pirates. We do piratey things, and the captain sometimes she's like, these people are too much trouble, and over the side you go while you're asleep.
You're lucky we didn't just take the ship, because that was definitely what we were going to do. But
You wouldn't be able to take that ship. No. That's
yes, we would have.
We would have just like drinks. Like,
Hey,
It
Curtis,
definitely feels like something someone pure of heart would say.
that is. You have to be honest if you're pure of heart.
I mean, he makes a good point.
Yes, I feel that, we probably ingratiated ourselves when we didn't just freely wager the boat underneath them when that guy challenged us to that boating race. Whatever happened to that guy? Who could say?
Like, well,
Not I.
I'll tell you what though, if we ever need, security or assistance, I'm putting your names at the top of the list there. You were all awesome.
is that because we are in fact awesome, or because the captain murdered everybody else that you'd hired previously?
Oh, she doesn't murder indiscriminately. She's got to like not like you to murder you.
Oh, okay.
But she's the one didn't murder you. Great first step. 2,
Love it.
Let you do your thing. Second great step. 3, you delivered results, and in the open skies. If you deliver results, you earn your spot.
That's our saying, basically.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? Like all 3 steps? Like the last step? Because that was like, that's an editing process there. I kind of rambled on.
Yeah. It's a wordy business card, but it's very thorough.
It's a thick cardstock.
It is, yeah.
There's also French flaps if you just peel over there.
Yeah, we're getting a flag.
So what are your plans? What are your plans going forward now? You gonna head back to Waterdeep? You gonna chill out in Port Nyanzaru? Like what's up with y'all?
So that's a good question. I don't know. We hadn't really talked about it yet. We're just, having some drinks, celebrating, not dying. Definitely not celebrating a real dumb robot thing. Nope. He didn't. Yeah. We're fine. We are totally secure in our abilities. And, that's all we've done so far.
Oh,
Yeah, it's nice to have coin in my pocket, but I feel like I'm always looking for more.
You seem kind of like give that like that once over the shoulder. It's like, well, if you're interested down the road, if you're all right with doing some under the table, and he starts throwing up his 4 fingers for the air quotes, not legal, breaking some laws, illegal, I guess is the proper term. Nothing above like a felony 4 though. Like we're talking like felony 2 to 3 max. Felony 1 if things go wrong.
I'm listening.
So the captain hasn't mentioned it yet because she's, proud lady. Captain Moonswift likes to make sure she has the appearance of command, which, as a captain is your right to do so. But I do know that we're setting up a run in a couple of months from Waterdeep to a super secret location, and he kind of steeples his fingers together. And I do know that you're going to need some muscle, you're going to need some smarts, and you are going to need an F-ton, because I'm in a proper public place here. I'm not going to drop the F-bomb. An F-ton of divine power and you're going to need some technological thinking at the same time.
So what will all of my friends be doing?
Madrigal stands up and like slams her tankard like down on the table and is like, I have muscle.
Yeah, I heard you beheaded the goblin captain, or the goblin chief.
Yeah, I mean, I may not be as smart as Curtis, but, I can behead things.
Curtis
spins and does a 360, like, whoa!
Get it, Curtis.
Overachieving drone.
I'm gonna make Curtis R2D2 by the end of this.
Yes.
It's like, but if you're interested, we have a list of names, and I can make it so like the other names just never get to her desk, fall off the side, go into a waste paper basket, burned accidentally in the kitchen, any one of those things. Ship life is chaotic. Things get destroyed, burned, torn up, thrown over the side all the time.
Put into the food.
No, because if I've discovered that there are clever magicians out there who can recreate notes, papers, things. Mending is a very weird spell, and it can do some real magic. So if you really want to destroy it, you got to get rid of it. But I digress. I can put your name on the list and make sure you're the only names on the list. It's not going to be easy.
I'm pure of heart. I don't know if I can. This all seems a little too unpure, if you ask me.
I had a question about that. Is that like your pure heart? Does that like make your heart like light up with gold light? Because I've seen your eyes go blinky woo woo a couple of times.
Oh, like this?
Ah! Yeah, you get them like right in the face and kind of creates like that goblin silhouette shadow on the back wall. Like ah!
And I turn it off like that. Yeah.
Ah, I see spots. Yeah.
Paraxis looks at everybody and is like, "What do you think, guys?"
I mean, I'm always up for more money, so,
That's what I was thinking.
I could see my name being on this list.
Me as well. Put my name down.
I'll just let you know the person you're gonna be delivering something to somebody, and I gotta warn you, one of his things you have to be careful of. He is an otter, so he's deceptively cute, but don't let that fool you. He is still quite dangerous.
Okay, yeah. Well, remember that.
No, I'm serious about it. Everyone underestimates how cute he is as an otter. He's weaponized cuteness into a fashion that I'm not sure you're all ready for.
Well, I'm ready. I'm excited. And with that, Madrigal slams in her drink and is like, I gotta use the restroom, but you guys keep talking. Sign me up. I'm down for whatever.
It's like, well, tell you what, I'll put your name on the list, and let us know when you're ready to head back to Waterdeep, and I'll get this sorted out for you.
What's in it for you?
Oh, watching you was awesome. This is like our entertainment is watching the hirelings. Oh. Yeah. That was great. That fight, mwah, me kiss.
Well, cheers to that then.
You know what? Rounds on me. Enjoy the rest of the night. And when the time comes, I'll send you a flying Danish.
Hi.
A fly and a Danish? Man,
a flying Danish.
Oh.
It'll be magically enchanted. It'll talk. It'll dance for you. It'll let you know when the job is ready.
All right. Can I eat it after?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm doubly in.
Flies?
All right, and with that, as Krazik heads back to the crew table of the Stargazer, the sky turns into those reds and oranges turn into the blues and purples as like a beautiful cloudless starry night comes up over the Port Nianzaru on the coast as you enjoy the cool fresh ocean breeze coming in and a job well done. And there it is, the first chapter in Tales from Trollskull, Everybody is coming back. We're going to have some one-shot adventures throughout Season 7 as we just kind of sprinkled in with the episodes of the Trollskull trio. And I just want to say a big, big thank you to all the players involved in Tales from Trollskull. It was such an awesome time. We had new players, we had veteran players, and I don't toot my own horn a whole lot, but this was so much fun, and the story everyone is telling together is just so dynamic. You can see the character depth coming out, and you can see how they're all interacting with each other, and it's just so cool, and I'm so proud of the work everyone has put into this, and all the fun and all the energy and all the time everyone's put into it, and it's just been such a wonderful experience in a world of a global pandemic. And that's what, D&D and role-playing games should be. It should be people coming together, sharing fun, sharing emotions, telling a story together. And I can't say enough how happy I am that I got to share this with everybody who played. So for all the new players, for all the old players, for the B team, the brunch crew, and the Sky Pirate security, just thank you for such an amazing time. I can't wait to get Chapter 2 on the way as we learn more about these golden eyes and Dormu, the demon prince of plague. So, and before we go, I do want to say this was the first time we started using Sirenscape, and I highly recommend it. If you have the means to use them, they are a great tool to have in your DM's kit. It's one of those things that it's lets you be so creative and lets you set the mood so well with their choices and their catalog. And it is easy to use, it is simple to use, and is intuitive, and it is just so much fun. And of course, they got the Wilhelm Scream. You need to have a Wilhelm Scream no matter what. So to Sirenscape, SYRINscape.com, go check them out. They're such a great website. It is such a useful and valuable tool. If you have the means to include it in your kit, I highly recommend it. And the other big one is to Roll20. They saved our butts in 2020, and they helped us continue to tell all these amazing stories. So I just want to say a big, big, big thank you to Roll20 for just providing a service that anyone can learn, anyone can use so easily. And it has helped us come together. It has helped everyone who uses it come together and tell stories. It is fun, it is easy, and it is a great, great site to use. If you haven't used it yet, you should check it out. Sign up. You can use it for free. You can subscribe. It's open to a ton of other games. I've used it to play the Alien RPG as well, and it is perfectly set up for that. But yeah, thank you to Roll20. Thank you to Sirenscape.com. You are all amazing. Thank you for all your help, and thank you for everyone who's listened. This has been a big year. The response to Tales from Trollskull has been so huge and so good, and thank you for listening in on our crazy little stories. And yeah, it's been that moment of light in a very tough year, which we're all enduring together. So to share something so fun and share something so good, it makes you feel good on the inside. It really does. So thank you for listening. Thank you for coming along on the journey. We have a lot more story left to tell. We will be back in a couple of weeks. We are recording Season 7 right now. I'm really excited to see and share what's going to happen and what the Trollskull trio will now have to deal with. So, with that being said, I love you all. Wear a mask, get vaccinated if you can, and tell a loved one how you feel. I will see you soon. Stay up to date with us on Discord. Stay up to date with us on Twitter, and we will be back to play some D&D. I love y'all. Stay safe out there. The Diecast podcast was produced by Miles Baker, Stephanie Cook, and Johnny Robertson. Music provided by Sirenscape.com.